Twisted Sundays is about to be epic.
Look, I get it rocking like a cradle. I never sold cane, but I was able to see my partners make thorough bread without the stable, while packing something fatal that make it top spin like dreidels. Ooh, I hung around them shells like April. Oatmeal, Oatfield. Me when I get to saying it's so real. Folk will think that it's entertaining till them shots fly, no subliminal. That's the plight of aggravated aboriginals. My whole life I've been congregating with criminals. I swear I graduated with just minimal effort. Lectures to me was just receive better from the king of Bedford. Stop vexing. I swear Biggie taught me lessons. My guess is his propensity for excellence might not get discussed by the adolescents, but I'm blessed with, yeah, the gift of carrying torches. Sometimes I get nervous as a suitor that's entering courtship. Ooh. Then I get to feeling euphoric. Holy flow, every bar low-key should be penned in the Torah. Ooh. And look at that, she's so gorgeous. She be with me whether I was flipping a Tesla or Taurus. Oh, I'm a mess, I'm a horror, but I've been blessed kinda sorta. Every bar brick and mortar. Can't sing, but I'm known to finesse on the chorus. You can't see the flow unless you using the eye of Horus. Ooh.
Hey look, now that I've got your attention, peep game.
Ooh.
If you was whack and you came up with some paper, he's still lame.
Yeah.
Live by, die by the G code every day. It ain't a game.
I promise you it's different.
So don't compare how you move to the real. It ain't the same.
One time for the West though, 2 times for the youngin' with the best flow. Lame ducks be like, what pond you from? I tell them parts where they blow harder than when monsoons come. And they chase cheese, only dipping when that fondue come. And run that bass till they heart go out just like John Q's son. Hey look, this for my partners who low-key pitching without a mound. And those that laughed at me when I stayed at my mama house. My pocket's fatter now, my mama see something to brag about. And I spit punches and bunches like I'm Marvin Hagler now. Ooh. Swear it feel marvelous. Remember times my mama barbered us, made us look barbarous. The hood part of us, that pistol hot, don't startle us. Got the heart of Spartacus, treat gens out like Barnabas. That means with love, difference between us. Fake ball, default, and conceivers of the truth is they ain't different. These sacrilegious folk with you long as your paint dripping. But when you jammed up in traffic, they get the lane switching. Ooh. Haters don't feel you till your name mentioned. Scripture tell me no one excluded when rain dripping. We all part of the picture, it's just our frames different. And I still ride for my set, I just bang different. Ooh.
Yeah. Get Twisted Sundays is about to be epic.
We the ones slaved and oppressed, who never really know what's coming next. We the ones never on top, always getting harassed by a cop. We the ones, the only people on earth without a true nationality. Yeah, we the ones, the only nation of people disconnected from their families. 40 days and 40 nights, 40 years and mad fights, 400 years being oppressed. We shed so many tears, there's none left. My way to lament is get bent, sip a shot of some Henny and roll hemp. Play something that's fire and let me vent. The flows keep getting higher, they like rent. We truly come from kings and high priests. Now we're ruled by kids in high seats. We were bought and sold like a commodity, considered less than human, we just property. We the ones with a story so ill that some consider it a fable. We the ones know it gotta be real, if it wasn't they wouldn't hate you. We the ones kept in the dark, who they lied to from the very start. We the ones mocked and abused, call a bunch of names people never used. We the ones yeah, we took that whooping and kept cooking. We the ones, but what goes round comes back round, so good looking. You can't have yin without a yang. Life needs balance to maintain. You can't have friends without a foe these days. Can't trust nobody, you never know. As you walk round, just know some people will love and some will hate you, but never keep your head down. Heads high, you should walk with pride and stay faithful. God first, never in church, I'm more spiritual. I take time crafting my verse, I'm more lyrical. It's hard work, feet in the dirt, more physical. Then after that I light up some purpose like a ritual. We the ones walking around, it gets deep, you gotta watch what you eat. So stay woke, get dough while you hold it down. Keep a peace, but always seek peace and keep hope. We the ones kept in the dark, who they lied to from the very start. We the ones mocked and abused, call a bunch of names people never used. We the ones yeah, we took that whooping and kept cooking. We the ones, but what goes round comes back round, so good looking. We the ones slaved and oppressed, who never really know what's coming next. We the ones never on top, always getting harassed by a cop. We the ones, the only people on earth without a true nationality. Yeah, we the ones, the only nation of people disconnected from their families. 40 days and 40 nights, 40 years and mad fights, 400 years being oppressed. We shed so many tears, there's none left. My way to lament is get bent, sip a shot of some Henny and roll hemp. Play something that's fire and let me vent. The flows keep getting higher, they like rent.
This episode of the Cab Grand Rising Show is brought to you by Autochthonous Assembly, where the real work gets done. For the first-time visitors who may be wondering who Autochthonous Assembly is, Autochthonous Assembly, or A2 for short, is a gathering of minds that do the work. A2 is a non-profit organization dedicated to raising up Indigenous Americans' voices by using genealogy, also known as family history or family tree. Genealogy is the study of families and the tracing of their lineages in history. Genealogists use oral interviews, historical records, genetic analysis, and other records to obtain information about a family and to demonstrate kinship and pedigrees of its members. Autochthonous Assembly's core values are the foundation of its company, essential to its success, and serves as the lens through which it evaluates every business decision. The core values are integrity, know and do what is right, respect, treating others the way you want to be treated. Responsibility. Embrace opportunities to contribute. Servant leadership. Serve the common good. Along with a key emphasis on genealogy, A2 is also committed to providing our communities with information and access to available grants and funding through the Department of Housing and Urban Development, the United States Department of Agriculture, the Farm Service Agency, and other departments and agencies that offer programs to help them become self-sufficient. Building on a strong community reputation, Autochthonous Assembly continues to strengthen the growth of the relationship and development of our communities. Peace and Grand Rising.
Warning, warning, warning. Hard hats, pickaxe, shovels, boots required.
One. Grand Rising, everyone. Grand Rising. Peace, peace, peace. How's everyone doing this rising? Hope all is well.
Grand Rising, everyone. How you doing, Bones?
Sorry about that, Gabrielle. Time I went to speaking, I get 2 calls.
I figured as much. I figured as much.
Not gonna let me breathe. So how's everyone out there? How's the panel? How was everyone's weekend?
Man, yeah. How is everyone out there? This weekend was really, really, really fun. I can't even just say laughable. It was a really, really good weekend.
Oh, good weekend and some laughable and hysterical parts that didn't make no sense. But
and I paid for it all. Stomach hurt, back hurt, everything hurt yesterday.
So David Corey, time I get finished with this, that brother gonna have a show.
Man, look. I thought Double Cousin's head was bad. That boy head bad.
You got a chance to catch up on a lot of stuff, answered some more emails that came in and a couple of more calls.
Good.
For more today to get out, but everything's moving smoothly.
That's what's up.
Finding out next what somebody want to get accomplished.
That is what's up. Accomplishing goals. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, we say one community at a time. So, you know, there's things that can be done. You don't have to be graduated from college, have X and X amount of finances. You just have to be willing to participate. Be willing to learn what you can do locally, how you can use it, and who can benefit from it.
Yeah, you are exactly right. You just made me think about, and I had thought about it over the weekend, but you definitely brought it back to me. How we see sometimes it'll be shown on, I don't know if it considered TV shows, but on news and different platforms or whatnot, where someone who there's a celebrity or like actor, actress, or whatever the case may be, didn't go to college, but they contributed so much and time and assistance to a program that they get an honorary, certificate as though they were at that college or whatever the case may be. You're exactly right. It's about the time and participation. You are exactly right. Got to get it.
How bad do you want it? Because I can only use myself as an example. And I keep telling people when I speak to people that I haven't been working with these programs for 20 plus years. I want to say no more than a year. I just took the time and made it my personal thing to learn everything possible to pass it on to my community and my brothers and sisters when it comes to these programs.
Right.
You know, that it wasn't no special course or nothing I took. One of our brothers presented us with some information. I was like, for real? Point me to the right direction.
Right.
Tell everybody. You know?
Yeah.
It does boil down to choices, and be willing to stand and be willing to stand for it. But making sure it's also on the side of right, not an emotional stance. It's what's right. It's what's needed. And to me personally, and this is me personally, I just think too many times our people let their emotions get in the way, and people forget what this is all about. What this is really about is that this is about us having our voice. This is about us not being scanned by others. And I'm not even talking about our own. We're talking about the others outside of our communities.
Mm-hmm.
So now, when you're talking about that and you're also saying that you don't want it amongst members in your community, that's an issue, you know? Which is crazy to me, to where you're not supposed to care about your community. You're not supposed to care about the wrong deeds that's going on in your community, but you're supposed to care about your community. How does that work? I mean, really, how does that really work? When people use the whole concept of the community to build platforms, to put themselves in position, then get in position and let you know it's not about the community. And the community isn't YouTube. I'm tired of hearing that. If you're looking at YouTube as a community, you just might as well erase everything you got and start over. Your community is where you reside physically. I don't care how many people you talk to online. If you don't have a physical representation, boots on the ground, forced to move around, you're wasting time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still waiting for someone to show me the movement that generated from YouTube and YouTube alone. A matter of fact, any social media platform alone. I'll wait. Be careful of people that's playing games with your time. That's just talking you in circles, never no solutions and never no real answers. And last night I heard something was like one of the best things, and I have said it before. If we really tired of all these scammers, we really tired of these negative channels that's trying to represent us, the best thing we can do is stop supporting it. Unsubscribe and stop listening.
Right.
Can't talk by yourself. And it goes away. We got to realize we hold the keys, not the platforms, not the content creators. The viewers hold the keys. Because if you choose not to watch, it goes away.
Right.
You know? Just my thoughts on summing up everything from this weekend as nice as possible.
Well, I like your thoughts. I agree with you with your thoughts. You are absolutely correct.
Madness, I tell you, madness.
I'm just saying, I got a whole piece of my front yard looking better.
But you know what, Gabrielle, to me personally, again, that's why I laugh. All the shots, all the name calling, you know, I done been everything in the book. I think I'm an Arab now. But it doesn't bother me like that, because those who know me, those who have met me know that this is what we do every day in real life, not online like that. When we're not online, we're actually helping people put their programs and businesses together, pointing people in the right direction. Think about it. Even mine and your relationship is built off of that real work.
Tell you right now, yeah, I got to get some more headphones. But you put them headphones in, doing stuff while talking, multitasking.
I'm saying, messing around with us, the community done been basically in every meeting we done been in.
Absolutely. I watched David Corey with the on Zoom with the video on, building raised beds.
Building raised beds, chicken coops while I'm in a meeting with some congressional leaders at the same time listening to people in my community complain about something they need fixed.
Matter of fact, I think it was, what was it, last week? David Corey was building raised beds. Double Cousin was digging holes in the backyard. I'm running for bugs and putting dirt in pots. You in the backyard or front yard, and you dealing with the community. Man, look, everybody was doing something while together on man, look.
This works real.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not so real, they would have to explain what all them plants, pots, planters and stuff that you got. They have to explain how did you get a call back from the programs. They have to explain why a lot of people in the audience this rising got small business administration loans, but that's here nor there. Or explain to me why my sleeping time got cut down to 2.5 hours.
You sleep standing up.
Really? Like, you want me to move this? No. I'm sleeping right here. Don't touch nothing. No.
Autopilot. Wait, how did I get here?
I think that happened the other day.
Man.
Got up looking at me and David Corey, the only two people in the room. We both silent, but everybody might call. But like I said again, I would not trade it in for nothing in the world. This has been one of the best years of my life, being able to conversate with my American Indian brothers and sisters every day.
Absolutely.
Being able for us to come together, put solutions on the table, and find out what is best for what areas. Not by us making the decisions, by the people of the community joining the conversation and speaking up and let it be known what their needs are. Because again, a autonomous assembly isn't here to tell you what to do or what your needs are. We're here to let you know there's information so you can achieve it. Mm-hmm. Let you know that the lifestyle that we thought that we were conditioned to, that it don't have to be that way. That we do have a choice, that we do have a voice.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and I look forward to it, especially on Saturdays when everybody get together and get to sharing what they've accomplished, the businesses that they've set up. And man, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. Everybody doing their own thing, but still coming together, sharing. You know what I mean? Everybody's got their knowledge in different things and sharing it and expanding on it. Learned some things this weekend. I could have swore for the last 15 years that corn needed a deep pot, at least a real deep pot, because the roots. Look.
Things you can learn by just having a conversation with your brothers and sisters.
Absolutely.
That you never know. Somebody might have 2 bits of that information that you need that unlock that door for you to go further.
Absolutely. And that's what happens every day and every week. I really enjoy it. I definitely do.
Get this link together, this Rising for Everyone. And we'll be going over what is the local food promotion program. Another program? You better know it.
Oh, shoot. I got the link up.
No problem, posting it right now.
ams.usda.gov.
All right, got the link in all the chats, pulling it up on screen right now.
All righty then. Local Food Promotion Program. The Local Food Promotion Program, LFPP, funds projects that develop, coordinate, and expand local and regional food business enterprises that engage as intermediaries in indirect producer to consumer marketing to help increase access to availability of locally and regionally produced agriculture products. Grants can be used for the planning stages of establishing or expanding a local or regional food business enterprise, or to improve or expand a food business that supports locally and regionally produced agricultural products and food system infrastructures by performing feasibility studies, market research, training, and technical assistance for the business enterprise and or for producers working with the business enterprise. A 25% match is required. Eligible entities may apply if they support local and regional food businesses, enterprises that process, distribute, aggregate, or store locally or regionally produced food products. Such entities may include: all applicants must be domestic entities owned, operated, and located within the 50 U.S. states, the District of Columbia, American Samoa, Guam, the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands, the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico, or the U.S. Virgin Islands to be considered eligible. Entities that are eligible to apply include agriculture businesses and cooperatives, community-supported agriculture, CSA, networks and associations, food councils, economic development corporations, local government, nonprofit and public benefits corporations, producer networks or associations, regional farmers markets, authorities, tribal governments. Additional information.
Before you go on, 1 second.
Go ahead.
A lot of people have asked us over the time, why did we take the nonprofit route? And quick thing I want to notice, have everyone noticed basically every program we have covered to date, a nonprofit is qualified for?
Yep. Every one of them.
Okay, I just wanted to read one more time. Every program we have went over so far, a nonprofit qualifies for. There's your answer why.
Additional information. COVID-19 resources for grants. Local food promotion program overview. Video. The deadline for submitting applications for 2020 requests for applications have been extended until May 26, 2020 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 2020 LFPP requests for applications, RFAs, PDF. What AMS grant is right for me, PDF. AMS will be hosting webinars for applicants for dates and registration instructions. Visit our webinars page. Hot links, hot links, hot links, hot links.
And the webinars are free.
Right. And honestly, with all the links that have been gone over, even to date when it comes to programs, let's say whatever it is that you have going on in your everyday life. So you're unable, let's say it does have a date deadline and you're unable to meet that date deadline. It doesn't mean that you can't go ahead and set up everything now, because now you know the date deadline for next year. And that's not that far away. It's just around the corner. I mean, we're already in May, and I mean, I'm still trying to figure out how we got in May. It's here. So it doesn't mean that, oh, okay, well, you still have time to get things set up for whatever programs. Again, talking with USDA, finding out what works for you, what programs, what grants, what's best for you to go for whatever it is that you're wanting to do. Just kind of want to throw that out there real quick.
Correct. And to add on to it, like you said, you can always have it prepared. And let's say if you miss this one, but you still submit it, that means you're already in line for next year's. That's all that happens. You just go in line for next year. So when next year's come around, you already submitted your application.
Thank you for that.
For next year, because these programs are annually, every year. When you be hearing about the budget, stuff being increased and all that, there's no one signing no special acts for that. It's already done. These programs are already signed into law, and they get so much funding every year. And then also with the census being tied into it, the more people that shows that participating in it, guess what? The more funding there is for the programs.
I'm looking forward to getting filling out that agriculture census. I truly am.
What you talking about? What?
I really am. I am looking forward to filling out that agriculture census.
Listen, I got everything in place for 2021. You can go ahead and click on how to apply.
Okay. Shoot, I'm looking forward to filling out a census as a business while you play. Man, look. Man, look. How to apply. How do I apply for the LFPP grant? When can I submit an application? The deadline for submitting application for 2020 requests for application has been extended until May 26, 2020 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. Applications received after the due date will be subject to the AMS policy on late applications. Interesting.
Well. So
they'll still, even if, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, they can even process it depending on how late it is, or you might be late for this year, but early for next year.
Yeah. So yeah, they still will consider it even if it's late, based off of, you know what? Okay.
How much funding and stuff is left at the time that they process your application. And if it's possible, you probably get it that year, and if not, it goes to the top of the list for next year.
What are the application requirements? You can find the requirements for submitting an application in the most recently published request for applications. 2020 LFPP request for applications, RFAs PDF, hot link. Facts and questions, facts answers questions, PDF, hot link. What are the required forms? Each application must include the following forms: FML FPP narrative form, it's a document, hot link. Forms SF 424 can be found with the www.grants.gov website, application submission, hot link. Partner organization letter template, docs. Verification of matching funds letter template, docs, all hot links. If applicable, application packages are required to include the following documents: negotiated indirect cost rate agreement, evidence of critical resources and infrastructure letter template, document, hot link. Is there anything else I need to apply? You need to complete the following steps to apply for a grant. Apply for a DUNS number, register with System for Award Management, sams.gov, register with www.grants.gov. Please visit www.grants.gov for additional tools, tips, and training on how to apply for a grant. And are there any resources that can help me write an application? AMS will be hosting webinars for applicants for dates and registration instructions. Visit our webinars page, hot link.
So you trying to tell me you can fill out the application and they have a webinar to help you fill out the grant information to receive the grant?
Yep.
Correct?
Yep.
Oh, and just real quick, because I overheard a lot of it and I see the direction it's trying to get pushed to. Let's clarify this up real quick.
Okay.
The problem we have is with illegal paperwork. Everyone know in your life you're going to have to fill out some type of paperwork to get things done.
Right.
We know this. This is regardless. That's not the argument. The argument is illegal paperwork being pushed off to American Indians as truthful.
Mm-hmm.
For the ones that's trying to say, oh, well, they got people filling out government paperwork. No, this is paperwork for you to become self-sufficient. So you can provide for yourself. You can use this as startup capital.
Mm-hmm.
Business get to running. You don't ever have to reach back to the grants and to these programs again. Again, it's your choice, but it's an opportunity to take whatever it is you're passionate about, whatever it is your skill set is, package it up, put it together as a business or a service for you and your community. I hope that clarified it.
Hope so.
Now we can go on to the next link in it, how to administer the award. Yeah, because there's different parts to this. You can be the person submitting the award. You can be the person that's administering the award. You can become an applicant reviewer to review people to get rewarded. Oh, yes.
Imagine that. How do I administer the LFPP award? What are my requirements for administering my grant? You must follow the requirements provided in your AMS 33, which refers to your grant's general terms and conditions. You can find links to each active fiscal year below. Hot links, all of these are hot links. General terms and conditions, 2019 to present, PDF. 2017 to 2018, general terms and conditions, PDF. 2017 to 2018, general terms and conditions, Espanol, PDF. 2016, general terms and conditions, PDF. 2016, general terms and conditions, Espanol, PDF. How do I request a payment request? You must complete and submit the following documentations. Now, all these are also hot links. SF-270 request for advance or reimbursement form, required AMS grant summary worksheet, XLS. SF-270 general instructions PDF, sample SF-270 request number 1 advanced PDF, sample SF-270 request number 1 reimbursement PDF, sample SF-270 narrative subsequent request reimbursement PDF, sample SF-270 form subsequent request _ reimbursement PDF.
And look at it this way. I understand that a lot of people for the first time hearing these forms and numbers, it might sound overwhelming, but remember this as well. There's completely free webinars, completely free help to walk you through each step of the process. So as you move forward, you're not doing this blindly. You will be fully aware of what these programs do and what these forms are for.
Right.
It's not just something to where you just get some paperwork and you got to figure it out yourself. No. There's complete programs and help and services to walk you through every step of the way, from start to finish, and for further on if you want to keep using it.
Sound like a plan. How do I report my grant's progress? You must submit interim performance reports to show the progress of your award throughout the performance period. Interim performance reports are due within 90 days after the reporting period and end date, i.e., after the performance period of September 30th to September 29th, a report is due by December 28th. You must complete and submit the following documentation. Interim performance report, doc, hot link. You must submit a final performance report within the 90 days after the period of performance expiration date. You must complete and submit the following documentation. Final performance report document, hot link. How do I report on my grant's financial status? You must complete and submit the following documentation along with your interim and final performance reports. SF 425 Federal Financial Status Report, PDF, SF 425 Instructions, Sample SF 425 Final Federal Financial Report, PDF. How do I report on special purpose equipment or unused supplies in excess of $5,000? If you purchase special purpose equipment or have unused supplies in excess of $5,000, you must submit a tangible personal property report within 90 days after your grant's expiration date, which includes completing and submitting the following documentation. SF 428B Final Report, PDF, SF 428S Supplemental Sheet, PDF, Sample SF 428B and SF 428S Form, PDF. If you determine at any time during your grant, except at closeout, to sell, transfer, or otherwise dispose of the equipment, you must request disposition instructions from AMS by completing and submitting the following documentation. SF 428 disposition, SF 428C disposition request report, PDF, and SF 428S supplemental sheet, PDF.
You know what's funny about that? It's like if you use the grant and you purchase something that you was left over with, there's a procedure of forms for you to fill out so you won't be found liable in the end.
Yep.
And that's all that these forms are for.
Right.
Sound like help to me.
Who don't
get jammed up?
Who don't like help?
And that's a real good question. Because isn't the most reason why people watch a lot of these channels is for help?
Yep.
Oh, I thought that's what it was.
Who doesn't like help? Accomplish goals? Nope, I don't like help. I don't want help. I don't like it. I don't like it.
No one makes it anywhere by themselves. Every person has had help, regardless of what you may think. You might not see who helped them, but they had help. What's this? Basically, like in the industry, we have a saying where it'd be like overnight success. Normally took 12 to 15 years. On the front end, you think they just came out of nowhere. But sometimes that's a 10, 15-year grind of people behind the scenes, helping, nurturing, pointing in the right direction. Everyone gets help to get to their destination.
Yep.
We got next, become an applicant reviewer.
How to become an application reviewer. The Agricultural Marketing Service, AMS, seeks subject matter experts as peer reviewers to objectively evaluate grant applications against the published criteria in its competitive grant programs. Requests for applications, RFAs, apply to be a AMS grant reviewer.
Hold on. You trying to tell me not only can we operate on the side of this, of accessing the grant, we can also be on the side of reviewing the grants?
Yep.
Being part of the process of the people who choose the companies that the grants are going to?
Yep.
Say what?
Yep.
So the possibility if a couple of us was to become grant reviewers, Why? Never mind. We can continue. Wheels was just turning.
Uh-huh. What is the review process? A series of peer review panels that consist of 3 reviewers in which 1 reviewer serves as team lead. Peer review panels evaluate each application assigned to them using instructions prepared by AMS officials. Reviewers evaluate their assigned applications individually and then confer with other panel members for team discussions that will derive a consensus review. The consensus review serves as the basis for awarding and allocating grant funds and focuses on strengths and weaknesses of each proposal.
So hold up.
Yep.
So we can be on both sides of this.
Mm-hmm.
What's the problem again?
I don't like help. Nope, I don't like help. What is the time commitment? Reviewers should expect to commit approximately 6 weeks to complete the reviews, including the consensus team review. The workload will not require a full-time commitment.
So right now, as we speak, we can have brothers and sisters signing up to be grant reviewers.
Yep.
That live in our community, the same communities that are structuring and putting organizations and stuff together to receive grants.
Yep.
So if we're on both sides, that furthers the education on what we would have to do and how to design these things to be more successful.
Yep.
And at the same time, having members of our community on the other side, so we know it's fair and equal. There won't be no questions about it when you can actually have people of your own community in some of these seats, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. I can dig it.
How are reviewers selected? Applying to be a reviewer does not guarantee your selection. Reviewers are selected based on their qualifications, experience, number of grant applications received, and corresponding fits with the applications. Reviewers may include employees at federal government, public and private sector, state universities, and colleges, including the land grant institutions, state departments of agriculture, retirees, and other appropriate employer type as determined by AMS. Is training required? Reviewers will be required to participate on a training session via web conference call prior to reviewing the applications. Team leaders will receive additional training. Is there anything else I need to know?
Hold up. Can you read that one more time? I want to make sure I heard that right.
Is training? Yeah. No, you're right. Is training required? Reviewers will be required to participate on a training session via web conference call prior to reviewing the application. Team leaders will receive additional training.
So your training is participating in a web conference or call.
Yep.
And that's just prior to reviewing the application. And only if you're a team leader do you get additional information and training.
This is correct.
That's it?
6 weeks.
I don't have to have no birth certificate stamp, double stamp?
Nope. 6 weeks.
And it doesn't require a full-time commitment either.
Nope.
And this is something that deals with the allocation of resources that we can apply for, correct?
Yep.
Starting to do my happy dance. Uh-oh, y'all. Watch them.
We just figured out grant reviews. Is there anything else I need to know? No travel is required. All review communications will be done via phone and email. Non-federal reviewers will receive a stipend.
Hold up. One more time, please.
No travel is required. All review communications will be done via phone and email. Non-federal reviewers will receive a stipend.
You mean pay?
Yep.
Say what?
Mm-hmm.
So you can get paid to review grants that organizations of your community is applying for?
Yep.
And other communities?
Mm-hmm. ams.usda.gov. Just want to put that out there again.
Well. Oh, we can go ahead and click on the LFPP awarded grants. You probably have to click back to get to it.
Yeah, I'm looking at all these links that I've clicked before. LFPP awarded grants. Fiscal year 2019 PDF, fiscal year 2018 PDF, fiscal year 2017 PDF, fiscal year 2016 PDF, fiscal year 2015 PDF, fiscal year 2014 PDF. They're all hot links, all PDFs.
So you mean you had the potential to look at prior awarded grants to understand the mechanisms of the organizations and their proposals, how they were put together so you can better design your own?
Yep. If you look at 2019 fiscal year, the descriptions of the funds, the amount of funds awarded is, dang, what is that, million? $11,749,400.13. That went to Auburn University in Auburn, Alabama.
Ching.
Yeah. Improving food hub viability in Alabama. Oh, also recipient Barrio Grains LLC in Tucson, Arizona.
Yeah, they got a total of 133 million.
Yeah, community okay, so that total number, so 11,749,000. That's the total amount funded. Okay, so I apologize. Auburn University, they received 130,657. They were awarded $99,625. They matched it with $31,032. Okay, so Barrio Grains, they were awarded $99,741.37. They matched it with $33,344. Community Alliance and Family Farmers in Davis, California. They were awarded $288,605. They matched it with $72,281. And there is a value chain connections, a regional response to farm to institution demand. Let's see, 5 Mary's Farms LLC in Fort James, California. They were awarded $500,000. Establishing, and theirs was for establishing a local meat storage and processing food business to meet the needs of rural Northern California producers. And they got a couple more in California. Then you've got Colorado, Buy Table Incorporated. They were awarded $437,951 for scaling regional infrastructure for direct to consumer online sales for regenerative and sustainable food producers. District of Columbia, Central
Hold up,
Maya.
hold up, hold up, hold up. I couldn't get back to the button fast enough. Isn't that interesting? That's what we've been talking about in the background.
Yep.
That regenerative and sustainable food producers.
Yep.
Wouldn't a lot of our community fall up under this? So it shows you how you can put the proposal together by studying the business models and the business plans of the corporations and entities that were successful by receiving the grants.
Okay, so this company is in Colorado, right? And I'm gonna read real quick what they put in here. Okay, so what it says is American independent meat producers are disappearing despite growing demand for ethically produced sustainable meat, according to Open Markets Institute. And again, they took stats from Open Markets. According to Open Market Institute, approximately 17,000 cattle ranchers have failed yearly since 1980. 70% of hog farmers have vanished since the mid-1990s, and 71% of poultry producers live in poverty. With dire consequences for rural communities, environmental health, and consumer access to healthy, sustainable local and regional food, a University of Michigan, mind you, this company is in Colorado, a University of Michigan study determined 3 major barriers to scaling operations for independent meat producers: limited access to slaughter services, HAACP rules limiting processing access, and limited or uncertain access to direct-to-consumer markets. This project will, 1, refine a scalable infrastructure model for online sales for regional and local food businesses, adapt infrastructure model to a second region 3, provide a target variety of services to food producers and niche meat processors, and 4, publish a consumer resource to promote understanding and accessibility for regional and local food systems, and 5, provide consumers with easy and affordable access to well-produced regional and local food products. Again, they took information. This company is in Colorado, but they took information, and that information, studies, research, came from 2 different places that the business is not.
Factual information.
Right.
And how did they get these numbers again?
Census. All them census. You got the agriculture census. So that agriculture census is going to tell you who's farming, where they're farming, what they're farming, whether it's specialty crops, whether it's different types of animals, cattle or chickens or whatever the case may be. It's going to tell who, not just the agriculture census, but also, again, that ACS census. Can't say it enough. That ACS census happens every month and every year, period. In every state, period. I can pull up, and I've done this. I've done it. I can pull up the stats that come from the information that comes from the ACS census in my local city, in my county.
Yes, you can.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
I mean, just using the USDA portal should show you that.
Correct.
All the information that's gathered off of just putting in zip codes. They can tell you the income level of every member in the house off of a zip code. The income level of a whole community if they meet the median income level. And this is the information that you're going to need a lot of times to access the funding for these programs. But think about it. The work is already done. You just have to access it.
And looking at this too, if you decide to pull up the link, look at whatever state that you're in and look how they presented theirs for the state that you're in.
Yep, you have a template.
You can go to every state. Puerto Rico. Increasing the income of farmers in Puerto Rico through coca. I mean, the funding is there. The programs are there. The funding is there.
Now we just got to get there.
I mean, and what they're doing, what they put in for these the grant funds, this is what we talk about every day in some way, form, or fashion. I mean, what they put in for, I mean, we touch on this every day. Have a conversation about one, if not all programs.
Don't you love it when a plan comes together? There's a method. Because again, now everyone is familiar with the census and the different censuses and the information that they gather. You have a better understanding on where to go to get this information when you're putting together your proposals and business plans. And it just doesn't have to be farming, because you would need the same information if you was going to do a retail store. You would still need the same information. Because you would still need the information on where's the area and what group of people are you servicing. Especially if your intentions are to be successful with whatever service that you're providing.
Okay, so Cornell University in Ithaca, New York, was awarded $433,412. Okay. Farm to institution expansion in Western New York. Cornell Cooperative Extension Harvest New York, CCE-HNY, which is a statewide agriculture extension team aimed at growing the New York food and farm economy, will expand their local foods program area with the specific goal of increasing institutional procurement of local farm products. The primary institution targeted through this project will be public K through 12s, though assistance will be provided to any interested institutional partner. Through recent New York state legislation, a financial incentive is now available to schools that can meet 30% local purchases through their lunch program, which is creating tremendous demand for locally grown, raised, and or processed foods products that contain a minimum of 51% New York ingredients. CCE-HNY will partner with 8 county level Cornell Cooperative Extension offices in Western New York to provide direct assistance and education to farmers and food producers interested in selling to institutional markets and to institutions interested in localizing their food supply chain by hiring a dedicated farm to institution program coordinator who has expertise in developing farm to institution programs and deploying evidence-based strategies. This project will greatly expand farm to institution programs across the region and will ultimately strengthen the local economy via the institution's investment of millions of dollars into the local food and farming sectors, benefit tens of thousands of consumers through increased healthy food access, and leverage millions of dollars in state reimbursement to strengthen individual school districts. Bones, didn't you say we could do that a while back?
Yep.
Okay.
And this shows you that all they did was use the information for something from legislation that was passed that gave an incentive to schools that would get 30%, an incentive to schools getting 51% of their stuff from out of New York, from out of their local area. In return, benefit in the local area to have local farms. And this is a program to expand on it.
Right.
So when you're looking at it, look at all the parts that benefit, and also realize this is a program that Cornell University created to bridge a gap. And I say that because imagine again, if there's services that's missing, we have the ability and the mechanisms to create them. Even if we need to create our own middleman institutions, our own nonprofit hint organizations.
Ooh, can I read New Mexico?
Yes, you can. Grand Rising no sell out.
Grand Rising double cousin.
Grand Rising.
New Mexico Community Capital. This is in Albuquerque, New Mexico. They were awarded $497,750. The Native American Agribusiness and Food Security Initiative. Yep. The New Mexico's tribal communities are the center of our state's agriculture traditions and represent great potential for agriculture revitalization. While for thousands of years, tribal communities...
Hold on. How many years?
Thousands.
Oh, okay. All right.
You know, thousands just look like the sands. My bad. Okay, too far. While for thousands of years, tribal communities farmed and subsisted from the land, hundreds of years of forced assimilation and the introduction of processed goods systematically dismantled traditional foodways. Tribal community members still suffered disproportionately from the loss of generations of farmers and a lack of healthy foods. 1 in 4 Native Americans are food insecure compared to 1 in 8 across the U.S., according to Feeding America. They got the stats from Feeding America.
More stats.
There we go. However, New Mexico's food economy is in great demand for local food, with many restaurants, institutions, and local businesses looking for new producers, aggregators. While growing the economic viability of local native farm businesses, this project will simultaneously build food delivery systems to increase food security for tribal community members. This project will support 25 native farmers in Western Pueblo communities to develop and grow their farm businesses to aggregate for 10 new wholesale markets and develop 12 new food access points that serve tribal community members. Access points will be provided through Mogro's Healthy Food Delivery Program at Native Community Health and Wellness Centers, as well as through farm stands and markets.
Now think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Over $600,000 to be dispersed between 25 native farmers in this area. Mm-hmm. And I heard something else that was interesting too. Over the weekend. This is a way to give employment and give a lot of our brothers and sisters who can't get normal jobs employment. Mm-hmm. By us creating the infrastructures for them to be able to provide a living to their families. Again, we can't be complaining about something when there's mechanisms for us to do something about it. Just think about it. That same proposal you can put together for 25 farmers in this community. Them 25 farmers can turn around and employ, let's say if they did 5 people apiece. Just do the math. How many families did you just affect in a positive way? Now multiply that across communities. Because just off these farms, you're going to need transportation, you're going to need packaging, you're going to need storage. That's a whole industry. Matter of fact, our original industry. I don't know. Still there, Gabrielle? No sellout?
No, I'm here. I'm looking at these different programs.
We here.
Okay, let me read this. Maine. Gulf of Maine Research Institute, Portland, Maine. They were awarded $487,791. Okay. A regional effort to improve quality and market opportunities for New England fin fish. The goal of this project is to implement a suite of region-wide quality and food safety improvements that will improve the market demand and value for seafood harvested by New England fishermen. This project will increase local access to and consumption of local seafood, as well as give local fishermen an opportunity to capture more value for their catch. This project will facilitate coordination and collaboration across the seafood value chain to improve food safety, quality handling, and waste reduction. We will partner with a key aggregator in the region to improve handling and develop best practices at the processor level of the supply chain. Improvements to the availability and access to ice for fishing vessels in our four New England ports, a critical and basic issue that impacts quality and safety will be made. A series of workshops to increase awareness and understanding of a range of quality food safety and waste reduction issues in order to collaborate on region-wide standards will bring together fishermen, processors, and buyers. These improvements are critical for our region's seafood industry to grow and to compete with high-quality imported seafood, which is currently the largest barrier to market access for much of the fin fish harvested in New England's waters.
Again, they noticed the problem and created a program to fix the problem.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me read Iowa.
Is that a problem?
They were awarded Iowa, Lutheran Services in Iowa, Des Moines, Iowa. They were awarded 300.
That's a church.
Yeah. They were man, I don't know what was about to happen. I don't know what I was about to say. They were awarded $329,534. Diversifying markets for refugee farmers through food hub growth and increasing farmer capacity. Lutheran Services in Iowa, LSI, Global Greens will support refugee farmers through its food hub and refugee farmer incubator program. This project will address the need to build a sustainable food hub model in order to grow refugee farm businesses and to provide access to local and healthy produce in low-income urban areas in Des Moines, Iowa. Building upon the prior planning grants. Okay, let me read that again. Building upon the prior planning grants, Global Greens will implement the expansion of the Global Greens Food Hub through increasing sales of community-supported agriculture, CSA, shares and fostering relationships with restaurant and institutional buyers to build awareness and sales of both American and culturally specific produce offered by Global Greens farmers, to support farmers that desire to sell to the food hub, restaurants, and other institutions. LSI will provide training and technical assistance in marketing, food safety, business development, and the expectations of wholesale buyers. LSI will also increase marketing efforts by leveraging the Global Greens brand and partnership with the Des Moines Social Club through publishing a cookbook and developing promotional events, including cooking classes, to increase awareness and sales of produce to restaurants and other wholesale buyers.
Oh boy. You trying to tell me
Yep.
Lutheran Services in Iowa
Yep.
can create a program
Yep.
for immigrant farmers?
Yep.
Because I know what refugee really means. So immigrant farmers.
Yep.
And we can't do one for ourselves?
Yep.
Turn the TV off right now. Just turn off all the TVs. Matter of fact, just throw them out the window. Again, everyone else is accessing it. And you trying to tell me we can't?
Man, let me read Illinois. Chicago Food Policy Advisory Council, Chicago in Illinois, was awarded $98,805.60, increasing readiness of regional growers to meet Good Food Purchasing Program demand. Leveraging the Good Food Purchasing Program, GFPP, the Chicago Food Policy Action Council, CFPAC, will support at least 80 small and mid-sized local producers with their readiness to sell food to the city of Chicago and Cook County governments, public agencies, and departments. This project will conduct a feasibility study for a food aggregation and distribution hub that will serve to connect socially disadvantaged producers, minority-owned operations, women, and veterans to the city of Chicago and Cook County's public institutions. CFPAC will also use grant funding to research and compile institutional market insights, conduct outreach to producers, and host in-person events and workshops that will inform local producers about the different pathways and requirements for selling to local public institutions.
Proof is not a problem. And what we can't do now?
Can't make excuses.
You got that right.
Listen, they got Georgia up here, Florida, District of Columbia. Okay, let me read Massachusetts. Community involved in sustaining agriculture, CISA. They were awarded $497,804. Local food business serving local communities. technical assistance to support food access and business profitability. A recent softening in direct market sales and increased pressure on traditional wholesale accounts threatens the future of many farms in Western Massachusetts. Successful intermediary enterprises in our local food system, like value-added producers and aggregators, can backfill losses in historic direct sales and wholesale and help provide additional market outlets for local farms. Intermediary enterprises that succeed in meeting the needs of underserved customers can achieve a triple win: expanding their customer base, increasing access to local agricultural products, and increasing sales and markets for local farmers. We will provide technical assistance and marketing support designed to help 115 local food enterprises meet those ends. Working closely with two partners, we will ensure that enterprises led by minorities with limited resources and those serving low income, low access communities get appropriate and effective technical assistance. As a result, participating value added and aggregation enterprises will see a 5% increase in sales and a 10% increase in customer counts that will result in a stronger market for local farmers and increase access to local food for consumers. All right, let's read Minnesota. Minnesota, the Good Acre, Falcon Heights, Minnesota, awarded $321,597, scaling up supply and demand to achieve food hub financial viability. Institutional demand for fresh seasonal food is growing. Gaps in wholesale supply chains limit the amount of local food reaching end customers. Gaps include inability of schools to incorporate whole produce into dining services, distribution and logistical challenges when working with third-party food service management companies, increased food safety requirements for farmers, challenges adjusting farm operations to meet wholesale demand, and seasonal realities that limit fresh produce in winter months. As a mission-driven nonprofit food hub, As a mission-driven nonprofit food hub that increases market access for immigrant and underserved farmers, we will use funds to, wait for it, provide technical assistance to 60 farmers we support on adopting their farm business, improving food safety, achieving wholesale standards, and increase production. Also, they will, number 2, partner with schools to provide culinary training to existing and future kitchen staff to increase school capacity to incorporate whole produce. 3, work with the Central Corridor Anchor Partnership, a coalition of large higher education and healthcare institutions committed to increasing local food procurement to develop ordering and distribution solutions that increase wholesale operations efficiencies. 4, engage buyers on the market opportunities of lightly processed vegetables, which will expand produce availability year-round and create markets for seconds, completely safe but cosmetically unattractive produce often left to rot in fields. In addition to increasing access to local foods and diversifying markets for underserved farmers, Our project will consult with Tara Johnson to evaluate our food hub, develop strategies to achieve a sustainable business model, and create replicable models that our food hubs can utilize to bridge wholesale supply chain gaps. My bad. Just want to put that out there.
More proof that it can be done.
All right. Texas. Revolving Kitchen Dallas LLC. They were awarded $404,000. No, $404,601 North Texas Community Culinary Facility and Local Product Producer Integration Hub. Shout out to Doodoo. North Texas food businesses face a diminished supply of licensed commercial kitchens and lack the infrastructure and educational awareness to obtain high quality, local sourced ingredients. Such businesses need an affordable community kitchen to expand value-added food production capabilities, an educational outreach program to enhance local product awareness and food safety training, and an integrated online marketplace to facilitate local food product transactions and coordinate delivery logistics. Our project will expand growth of and direct transactions between North Texas farms, food distributor hubs, and food entrepreneurs, and provide local food businesses an affordable and reliable licensed aggregated community kitchen space. Our goals will, 1, establish and expand capabilities of our 25-unit food incubator and community kitchen for the benefit of North Texas food businesses. 2, develop an integrated online local food marketplace and e-commerce portal. And 3, implement an educational outreach program to raise local food product awareness and expand safe food practices. This will result in an increase in the number of commissary kitchen members who utilize local source food products to 75 businesses by end of the grant performance period. Maintain at least 60% of our customer base purchasing from local food producers. Conduct development seminars and institute educational outreach model focused on locally sourced and sustained food practices, and food safety for benefit of 480 individuals in Northern Texas.
Might as well go through Virginia next.
I was about to say I'm gonna head up to Georgia real quick. Just real quick. Georgia. City of Atlanta, Georgia. Award amount $450,000. Atlanta Local Food Promotion Program. Actually, they had 2. And also Global Growers Network Incorporated. Okay. So Atlanta Grown will further sync the collective efforts of contributors and consumers in Atlanta's local food system by 1, developing a trusted brand for local agriculture economy. 2, increasing access to market for both Atlanta grown producers and consumers. And 3, building a broad coalition of producers, consumers, and advocates to stimulate the local food economy and increase revenue for farmers. The project will leverage the success of the existing Atlanta initiative. To date, the program has created a pathway for municipal land to be converted to urban farms and gardens. gardens, established the largest food forest in the country, and plays host to large local food system events. Atlanta has forged partnerships with local tool banks, rideshare providers, and educational leaders to bring the local food system forward. This work is accomplished only by working in concert with place-based nonprofits, local residents, and urban agriculture leaders. We will ensure that 85% of Atlanta residents are within a half mile of fresh food by 2022. What?
If you think I'm not trying to have 3 up there by 2020 report, you playing.
You know, okay, they also have another one. Okay, it says the purpose of this, and this project was awarded $983.10. The purpose of this project is to develop a plan for global growers network to further increase market access for minority and socially disadvantaged farmers.
Hold on 1 second. You can't speed through that. Purpose of the project is to develop a plan. They're just developing a plan and got funded.
Mm-hmm.
Step by step.
Got my funding and I'm on my way.
Yeah, they. Okay.
And I'm gonna be coming back for a second time around. You better know.
Make it better.
This is just for a plan. This ain't okay.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia.
This was just a fun think tank. Okay. The purpose of this project is to develop a plan for global growers network to further increase market access for minority and socially disadvantaged farmers. Haven't I read something? Didn't I read something about that before? While providing more local, healthy, and affordable foods to consumers. The goal of this project is to work with a team of partners and collaborators to conduct an overall program assessment and develop a plan for expansion of the sales enterprise. Project objectives include conducting farmer focus groups and individual interviews to gather feedback and input, analyzing markets and current buyer capacity, developing an operational assessment and financial analysis, evaluating governance structures and internal technology systems, and evaluating market readiness, services, and programs.
So again, this answers the why. For people like, well, why would you do a nonprofit? Or why are you getting people in your community to do gardens and farming? Because first of all, if I can get my community to agree to everyone to farm something, didn't we just become a partnership and a cooperative?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't we just formulate a plan that we could get funding for as a community to now sell the produce from our community and market the produce from our community? All it takes is application, getting out, talking, communicating, sharing the information, and getting to it. I mean, it's right in front of your face that these programs exist. It's right in front of your face on what they were designed to do. And over this whole course of us even going through these programs, haven't we been doing this as a community? Isn't there hours and hours of logged of us sharing information, sweat equity, brothers and sisters actually doing their farming? Sound like it's called the forming of a cooperative to me in the making. I don't know.
Jup. Got Virginia up. Let's go to Virginia. Virginia, Central Shenandoah Planning District Commission. Staunton, Virginia. Hope I said that right. They were awarded $85,000. Shenandoah Valley Agriculture Enterprise Center feasibility study. This project
was study. This was study.
This is a study. This project, huh?
I said I study.
This project will fund a feasibility study to determine if a certified commercial shared use agriculture enterprise center located in the central Shenandoah Valley of Virginia is possible, practical, and viable. They just want to see if it's possible. Okay. The study also will identify what components will be the most successful and beneficial to the region. This project has the potential to reduce common market entry barriers for new food-related startups and aid in the growth of existing food businesses. A feasibility study will begin the process of identifying the ideal location and infrastructure to serve as a business model for business incubation, food and nutrition workshops, and economic development. This project is focused on smaller producers and is intended to support diversification and growth through value-added products and the delivery of agriculture goods and products to new markets. The study will consider what type of facility will best serve the region's agriculture and food-based businesses. The study will explore physical locations for the facility, structure a business plan, and determine the necessary business resources to make this a successful project for the region and its food entrepreneurs and farmers.
Sounds like a think tank to me.
Yep.
Isn't that sort of what Saturday meetings are becoming, a cooperative think tank?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Saturday is a Saturday.
I got my funding on Saturday. Again, more proof on what we can do when we decide to do. I mean, if there's nothing else on the panel, we can go ahead and let the relatives get on this very, very beautiful Monday rising.
Hold on, you got sun?
Shining bright.
Man, I've had rain for 2 days. While I'm not complaining, because that means that they're getting that, that good rain. Got my containers out collecting all that rain. Mm-mm.
And I'm going to keep saying it till the wheels fall off. More proof of what we can do if we choose to do. We gather already. So imagine by us gathering and actually documenting, sharing, applying, isn't that the forming of what they consider a cooperative? A group of individuals or multiple groups working together for a common goal? So what we're doing naturally and have been doing naturally is putting ourselves in position to be able to do something for ourselves.
Yep.
Say it ain't so.
Yep.
What you think about that, No Sellout? You mighty quiet over there.
But don't get me angry now.
Uh,
These programs is here for the people, y'all. Tap in is all I gotta say. Tap in. Please tap in. No excuses. They out to help you.
I'm like, Jay Susquehanna, now let's go. I mean, really, we're doing the stuff already, brothers and sisters.
Already.
We're already doing it. Think about it. We have marked down on the schedule every Saturday meeting and the topics. So already that's the track record of sweat equity of what we're doing. You're already logging your farm hours, your materials. Now it's just organizing it in a business structure so you can receive the benefits from it. Not us, for you in your community can receive the benefits of your sweat equity. I mean, you already did the work. Now it's just, again, putting yourselves in position to receive the benefits of your work. Think about it. There's enough of us farming that pretty soon we're going to be in position to host our own farmers market.
I'm like, that ain't funny.
Yeah, ain't nobody playing.
I'm joking, Gary. You like
What brother James told them? This elevator is going straight to the top.
I'm trying to tell you. The next thing I'm working on, you know those wooden buckets that you see, like those barrels.
Yeah, the wine barrels. Yeah.
I'm working on getting them next.
And that's the thing, that everyone has been a part of it and doing it. And now it's just taking this information so that you know how to structure it where it best benefits you and your community. And how did we get to this point? By having basic conversations with each other, learning more about each other, learning a little bit more about our backgrounds and where we come from.
Mm-hmm.
The most needed conversations so we can heal, because that is the process of healing. Understanding one another's backgrounds and why we think particular ways, and understanding that we would never all agree to the same thing, but because we share particular morals, it allows us to see eye to eye and agree to disagree to move forward. Because we all understand there's a common goal that we must achieve, that we have to become self-sufficient again, because that's the only way that we're going to put a stop to the majority of the things that's harmful to us. I mean, realistically, it's not a title or a piece of paper that you're going to fill out. It's the work and the actions that you do, the stances that you take. And the first stance that we have to be willing to take is right is right, wrong is wrong, regardless of the person that is behind. That we can't move forward bringing foolishness or compromising the truth. Because if we build our foundation on that, we're foolish to have the expectation that it's going to stand the test of time. So again, this is more proof proven that if we really want to make a difference, if the misidentified urban Indian really wants a change in its homeland, then it's up to us to stand up and make the change. Not by yelling or screaming, not by pointing the fingers, by communicating amongst one another, brothers and sisters, and learning what we can do to help ourselves and each other. One community at a time, one seed at a time. Yeah. Agriculture, getting back to our roots, who we are. Again, yes, there's outside entities that had hands in this, but it's time for us to take responsibility for our part. Because no matter what was thrown at us, we made the choice to forget. We made the choice to walk away. But the beauty about it is right now in this moment, with the information that we share amongst each other, we have the opportunity to pick up that responsibility and move forward. Brush ourselves off. Okay, we made a mistake. We're human. We understand now. Let's get it. There's nothing stopping you from reaching out to your local SBA, your local USDA. What's the phone conversation? What's the worst that can happen? You get the answers and information that you need.
Mm-hmm.
We have to stop being afraid of success. We have to stop being afraid of the unknown. Because the one thing that we do know is that we can't continue the way we have been going on for the last 60, 70, 80 years. We know that much to be true. We know that we can't keep going about business the same day, doing it the same way, and expecting a different outcome. That is insanity. So maybe it is about time that we become the adults in the room and look ourselves in the mirror and ask ourselves first, what can I do as an individual to better serve my family and community? Is that the conditions that we are in, knowing that we're behind the 8 ball, we should be willing to push one more phone call, reach out to one more person, talk to one more child. Because if we're tired, don't you think the forces pushing on us are tired too? So when we get down and we feel like we about to break, they feel the same way. But the difference is we got one more. We will succeed. Our futures and presents depend on this. It's cool to sit back to say that we care about American Indian culture, we care about our ancestors, but talk is cheap. It's time to stand up and put it into actions. Because if we really care about our ancestors, then we pick up their craft, we pick up their trade, and we continue. We don't have to start from scratch. We take what they have built and we continue. And we make sure we add on to it and we pass it off to our next generation so they can continue. So when they get of age, an infrastructure is built for them. So they don't have to go out in the world and get consumed by other ideologies. They have a solid foundation built. They have a path to generational wealth already laid for them. But none of this is possible if we don't apply ourselves now. For any aspect of business that you want to attain, there's a blueprint. There's help, there's services. There's brothers and sisters just like you that you can conversate with. But again, we gotta be willing to get up, brush off these poisonous waves, and start getting back communicating with one another, actually knowing one another where it counts. Not on these social platforms where anybody can be anybody, but in real life, where it really counts, where action really takes place. So again, brothers and sisters, all who have heard this information, don't let your time go in vain. Don't. Apply it, share it, spread it. Let's remove all excuses. Let's shed light that there is a way that the American Indian can rebuild his communities and don't have to compromise our families, our present, and our futures to get it done. I mean, again, people ask for solutions. There's solutions. There's even a mechanism for you to create your own solution. But you have to be willing to get up and do it. I mean, any more thoughts from the panel or anything? If not, we can go ahead, close it out.
He won't want us to touch the mic.
I just needed you to speak. That's
See,
it.
look, that's messed up.
No, it ain't. Notice how he throw them flames out real quick and be like, y'all got anything to say? I'm gonna pull you. Nope.
Ain't nobody doing nothing.
Okay, like David Corey, I'm just trying. I'm trying.
That's it. They're trying a little, just a little something.
I mean, so we doing salivations.
Yeah, I don't know about y'all. It's starting to feel like a DJ Khaled song. We ain't no matter what.
Salivations. All right. Continue on your genealogical journey. Continue doing your genealogy. Know who you are so that no one can tell you who you are. Pass it along to your children, your family, your friends, your neighbors. Pass that information along. Genealogy is key. It is important. Anyone telling you that it is not important, it is not necessary, it is not key, who do they come from? They don't want to know. They don't want to know their moms and dads and grandmothers and grandfathers. I'm just saying. Know who you are so that no one can tell you who you are. Anyone telling you that genealogy doesn't need to be done, genealogy isn't important, and genealogy isn't key, is ultimately setting you up for them to be able to tell you who you are. Know who you are so that no one can tell you who you are. Census Day was April 1st. You still have time to do the census. Do the census, the decennial census. It has been extended to October 31st. So again, you still have plenty of time to do the census. Not just because it's required by law, but because, again, you're making yourself count so that you can count. When we do our genealogy, we pull one of many records. We're pulling our census records. So who will be looking for you 150 years from now? Who will be pulling census records to find you? Just saying, do the census. You got the decennial census, you've got the ACS census, which is selected by addresses. Now, if your address is selected to receive that ACS census, fill it out. That means your address has been selected so that you can be a representative for your neighbors, for your community. Fill out the census. The census is tied to so many different things, so many different aspects in our daily lives. From the schools our children attend or we attend, from the businesses that we go to, that we shop at, from the local fire department, local police station, the hospitals, the roadways that we travel on, that we drive on. The census affects all that. The census also affects the programs that we utilize, the funding for those programs that we utilize, the business plans that we're putting together to get, to be a participate in the programs to get the funding. Just saying, do the census, make yourself count so that you can count. Peace to the panel, peace to the chat, peace to the silent majority. Shout out to you, double cousin. Appreciate your wise words.
Do what now?
The difference between a flower and a weed is judgment. Be a weed. A weed is a plant that has mastered every survival skill except for learning how to grow in rows. When weeding, the best way to make sure you are removing, the best way to make sure you are removing a weed and not a valuable plant is to pull on it. If it comes out of the ground easily, it is a valuable plant. If you have a garden and a library, you have everything you need. And lastly, all the flowers of all the tomorrows are in the seeds of today. Peace to the panel, peace to the chat, peace to the silent majority.
All righty. What you got for no sellout?
Hey, y'all do a roll call?
Nope, you can.
Nope.
That's you.
Liz Robinson, Grand Rising. Peace Doo Vision. Lily Orchard, who is that? Let me know who that is. Grand Rising, Randy James. Really? Huh? Amarika Atanchan, Grand Rising. American Indians versus Peace and Grand Rising. Marlon P. Peace. Mike Easton. Don't come to DC. Peace. Grand Rising to L as well. Dion Lowe. Grand Rising. Who else we got here? Jay Susquehanna, Peace and Grand Rising. Got them vegetables and them berries. Better start them seeds. Who else we got? P. Parker, Grand Rising. Grand Rising. Who else we got? Copper Color Ancestor, Peace. Carrie Bay, Grand Rising. Rah, God. What's going on, Carrie Bay? What's going on? And who else? I thought I saw David Corey somewhere around here.
Yeah, he in there.
I got it on the live, but his name disappeared somehow. But Grand Rising, David Corey. And anybody else I missed? I know we got a lot of silent majority listeners. Peace to the silent majority. Grand Rising to y'all as well. But yeah, questions, comments, concerns, and/or corrections, please email us at autonomousAssembly@gmail.com. I don't think it changed. Bones, did you change a letter in the email?
Mm-hmm.
Just one letter? No, it's the same thing. Okay, so I'm gonna post it again then in the chat. Hope somebody emails us. We get emails, so peace to everybody who does email us. But don't be scared to ask no questions. Phone numbers in the chat. It's on the screen up there too. Zoom link in the chat. We can send that out in the email. Matter of fact, anybody who signed up for for our post notifications on the website, consciousnessassembly.com, you probably get an email from us about the Saturday meetings. If not, email us at autonomousAssembly@gmail.com. You can get in that Zoom as well. Peace to the panel, peace to the chat, peace to all y'all.
All righty. Thanks again, Gabrielle. A no sellout. Also the active chat and the silent majority. All parties coming together to make this possible again. And again, more information that shows what we can do when we choose to do it. And how creative can we be with these programs to fix the conditions of our communities. That we don't have to listen to the talk, the yelling, the screaming, and the loud noise. Matter of fact, we don't even have to pay that no attention, because it's time for us to get to work. It's time for us to start digging into these programs and start building what we need to fix our situations, instead of sitting around pointing fingers and whining about it. This isn't debatable. When you can see actual programs that actually work, when you can see the mechanism, time you step out your house every rising, that every aspect of your life is affected by the census, business, nonprofits. And when you when you step back and look at the research, you realize the only thing missing is us. So again, continue the work that you're doing in your communities. Continue finding out what you can do today to make it better for tomorrow. Continue working on your genealogy. So if you choose to and want to join the tribe, if you just want to embrace your culture, or if you don't want to do nothing with it, again, it's your choice. We are not here to tell you who you are. We are not here to tell you what to do. We're here to present you with information. So if you choose to make a difference in your community, you know where to go to access it, how to go to access it, and who to work with to get it accomplished. So until we link up to our next live stream, remember we love you, and peace.
Peace, everybody.
Peace, y'all.
I think I'm gonna need 2 more phones.
Wouldn't that mean you need more arms?
What do you need? What do you need?
Exercise. Here.
Yes.
Warning, warning, warning. Hard hats, pickaxe, shovels, boots required.